DJDUBLTV.
It's DJ Double here, and today I'm joined by probably one of the most hottest prospects from that side of the Atlantic right now. Dax in the building.
I'm blushing. It's Dax.
Are you doing your intro, or are we just gonna leave it at that?
I was about to do the intro.
I know you got your intro.
It's your boy Dax, and we back at it like a bad habit. If you want something better, go grab it. And today, baby, we finna make a big play. Come on.
That's right. 2019 is looking like a very good year to be Dax.
Oh yeah, it's just getting started too.
Just getting started.
2019 is just getting started.
Yeah, just warming up. What's crazy for me is you dropped your first rap video like 2 years ago, almost to the day, right? So September 2017.
I think no, my first rap video came almost 3 years ago now.
Right. Okay.
The first rap video I dropped was like September 1st, like 3 years ago now. It was a Drake remix to One Dance.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Like 3 years ago.
Even that's only 3 years to go from where you were to what you've become now. That's a lot of movement and a lot of growth that you've had as an artist.
Yeah.
Is there like one specific thing you could put it down to, or do you think it's like a multiple of like a lot of different stuff that's helped you?
I could pinpoint it to a lot of different things that I've done in terms of, being really constant with the people, who fuck with me, talking to fans, like encouraging people to share, being accessible, all these things. But I say the biggest thing that I do is like I always just I've trained my mind to look at time differently. I was just talking about it today, like time is subjective, so it's like my 3 years is like someone else's 10.
Right. Okay.
So I just don't believe like I don't even feel like I've done anything, and that's just the way my mind always works, So it's just like that's the way I move. I move fast, so.
Yeah,
I guess
you don't feel like you've done anything.
Yeah, I mean I know I have, but like my mind doesn't like think that way. So
right.
You know what I mean? I feel like I should be further.
Okay.
So I stay in that mindset. Yeah. Oh, I mean I've only been doing it 3 years. I'm fresh in it, So it's like hella hunger. But yeah, just try to always tell myself, like move faster, move faster, move faster.
Was there like a breakthrough moment for you, like one pinpoint thing you can say that was the tipping point where you went from being kind of irrelevant to relevant?
I've had a lot of like mini viral moments. I mean, the Hillary Clinton one, bro, Catch Me Outside did like 20 million views back, and I was still in college. So that was a great point. But I'd say my best success was my She Cheated Again song, because it was like my first single that did really, really, really well. That was like my own original song besides I Want. So I'd say that was a good one.
In terms of the viral moments, because you've had, like you said, you've had more than one.
Yeah.
You've had several now. Do you work towards making viral moments, or is it organic?
No, I mean most of my viral moments were like planned,
right?
But they were just the one that worked,
right? Okay.
I tried a bunch of times.
So
no, I say go viral, but
like failures, as it were. Out
oh yeah, there was a lot of things I thought were going to go viral that didn't.
Right. Okay.
But every single one that did, there was hella amounts of work. Like I remember Hillary Clinton, that song. It started off as an Instagram video,
right?
And then I just saw that. I used to do a video every like damn near day. After I was done work, I would like film a video in front of this like little like screen at my old school.
Yeah.
And that one just started getting more comments than any other video. So I was like, damn, this one's getting more engagement. Let me try to make this go viral. So I probably DM'd people for 3 days, like thousands of people, to be like, yo, can you tag Funny Blacks, World Star, and Designer, because it was a remix of his shit.
Okay, right.
Then after 3 days, all 3 of those pages posted because they got bombarded so much.
Right. Okay. So you went out almost like a guerrilla tactic, just targeting everyone that commented on your video, asking them to share.
Not even people that commented, more like people in like my DMs,
right?
Asking friends.
Okay, and so after the bigger platforms then reposted, which kind of made it go viral.
Yeah, it made it go viral just on Instagram,
right?
And it was going viral on Facebook. Then I was like, okay, this is my perfect chance to now transition to YouTube, because at that point I had no subscribers on YouTube.
Right.
I had like maybe like 3,000.
And this is when?
This is like 2.5 years ago. So then I skipped practice, and then I went and made a music video to Hillary Clinton, put it on YouTube, and then that took like a month to get 1 million views on YouTube.
Yeah.
So then that was like my first like taste of YouTube success.
Incredible. And
at that point I had like 30-something thousand subscribers until Catch Me Outside happened, and that just got me a lot more.
Talk to me about your first studio session.
Oh man, my first studio session was when I was recording a song called Black in America.
Right.
And I remember. So I went with one of my teammates. His name was Aaron Samuels. He drove me to the studio in Wichita, Kansas, and I walked in, and I did the song in one take.
Okay.
and they were just like, yo, that was dope, that was dope. Now, like, not thinking back, like, the song sounded like, it sounds like solid, like a lot of kids still love the song, but like it sounds nowhere near as good as like a song should sound.
Right, yeah.
But I remember just like going in, getting it done in one take, and then like paying the dudes, and they were just like, oh, this is the quickest session we've ever done. They were like encouraging me to get out because they got their money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just like took it home, I posted it with the music video, and I was like happy, you know? But like, yeah, that was my first studio session. They were just like, oh, you're a natural, you know? And I was like, bet. You know? So that was my first time. It was cool.
And what's your label situation?
Right now, I don't have a label. I'm just signed to distribution. I work with BMG, RBC, and Strange Music. They just distribute my stuff.
So they distribute, everything else is all independent. So talk to me about that then. So like, how many people are involved in the Dax brand? Like, who have you got around you keeping the, almost like the business side of things moving?
Yeah, so it was really struggling up until I started working with Brittany. There was actually a lot of problems. I didn't really have anyone that knew anything. And it was just like, I was working with one of my past best friends, and that shit didn't work out. But now Brittany, she used to work at Capitol Records on like the Latin side or whatever that was. So now she helps me. She's right there. She's pretty much the constant person right now. And then she has like other people that like help her. And then now BMG started to work with us, and Strange and RBC, so they're now getting into it too. This is Julian. I've actually known him for 3 years, but we just started working. Yeah, we started talking on like freaking Snapchat like 3 years ago when I was in college. Right. And we just started working together now for the stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
And what about in terms of your merch? Because I know you've got a merch store as well, right?
Brittany handles that with whatever company
so that's Brittany.
That is. Yeah.
Brittany again.
Yeah.
Big ups to Brittany.
Yeah, she's doing a lot.
Do you want to sign to a major label?
Eventually. I just want to have. I want to have such a strong like base of my own by the time, if that ever happens. Like, you know, like let's say I no longer do distribution, I turn it into a label situation. Yeah. I want to just have such a big base that like I could drop a song by myself and go platinum.
But surely by that point you wouldn't need a major label, because you will have done all of the legwork, built everything up, made the whole brand as big as that.
Yeah, but I think a label can push you to certain further things than you can like push yourself, like commercially.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just feel like there's certain things they can touch that I won't be able to.
Right.
And all I think about is like in terms of labels, just like I think of it as a bank. Like that's why I've always thought, like paying back my advance.
I guess in terms of like accolades and stuff as well, like awards and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know, like I want to eventually one point remain myself the way I am, like my personality, but still be like a big ass worldwide artist. So that's my goal eventually.
Do you care much about awards and things like that?
I mean, I think I'm human. I like to be recognized, and I think I'm good enough to be recognized. So I would, you know, yeah, I care. I'm human. I care. I want awards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
So you dropped It's Different Now mixtape. That was like your first kind of body of work, your first collection of songs.
Yeah.
I've heard you talking about the project and saying it's kind of like the journey from when you used to be like a cleaner and then into becoming like a successful rapper, and that It's Different Now tells that whole story. Yeah. What's changed for you since dropping that? Because it's been a year since that project was out.
I'd say, I mean, when I dropped that project, I wasn't making any money, so that's changed. I'm not rich, but like I make enough money to actually like support a career. I have my own apartment, you know, and my own car and shit, so that's all dope. Yeah, that's changed. I'd say just I'm better musically wise. I'm just further along in my career. You know, I'm not in Kansas anymore. I live in LA now. You know, there's a lot to change just career wise.
My perception of LA, what I've seen obviously from here in England, I've seen the hood side through stuff like Menace to Society. I've seen, that's my perception. And then there's the Hollywood side, where you're trying to be successful. No, you are being successful, sorry, in music. And obviously I imagine a lot of the Hollywood side kind of pulls into what you're trying to do. Is it hard to like keep that focus and stay in your lane making that stuff rather than getting like all Hollywood?
You know, you just got to be conscious about what you write, because I don't want to write things I'm not living. You know, I mean, I don't want to talk about, you know, it's like, it's so easy just to like veer off and start talking about just like whether it is just like killing people or shooting people. Because it's so easy to rhyme that type of shit. But it's just like, I always try to tell myself, okay, try to just like stay present and rap about what you're living or what you're going through. Because at the end of the day, like, music is affirmations, and whatever you listen to constantly or make constantly becomes your life. And the most dangerous thing for artists is that, like, we listen to our music more than anybody. Right. So if I'm listening to a lifestyle that I'm not living, my subconsciously my brain's gonna take me there, whether I like it or not. So I try to make sure, like, what I'm rapping is like either what I want to live down the road or what I'm currently going through. You know, and sometimes, like, I'll slip little things, but if I ever talk about like a gun, it's a metaphor. You know, like the way I kill a beat or shoot it, you know what I mean? Something like that. So I just try to make, because like music is so subconscious, you know, that like, you don't even understand, like, people don't understand that, like, what you're listening to is going in your brain, whether you like it or not. And like, it just is going to come out in you. So I try to make sure, like, since I listen to my music all day, I got to make sure the messages in it are good.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to think about it. Have you ever been tempted? Have you ever been tempted to almost like take the shortcut and just make a couple of like turn up records, party records, real dumbed down
I think
for the club? And
I got some. I think No Capping is a lot turn up. Like a lot, like it's different now. EP is mostly like singing turn up shit, but they're like, I call my shit mainstream consciousness. So like Cracking on My Own is a dope turn up song. All Night Long. Shit. What else? No Capping. I got a lot of shit that's coming out later on that's like that too, but it's just like it's mainstream conscious, where it's like, you All Night Long, it might not sound like anything, but it's really me saying I don't get tired, I keep going all night long. So I keep working. You know, No Capping means like I'm not lying. You know, like not selling my soul type shit like this. So I still try to keep it like, so I've made records in the past that are just about, I have this one record that's not out that's called Deep Sea Diving. And it's just me talking about like pussy wet. Yeah, I'm deep sea diving. I'm just, I'm just like, you know, I'd love to put that shit out one day, but just like right now, it's not the move, you know?
Yeah.
So, because I mean, you know, you do be deep sea diving.
Yeah.
So
deep sea diving. I'll look out for that one, definitely. I mean, I guess like, listening to those records, you're right. They kind of have got that turn up style, but they're not ignorant tunes because there's a message. You know what I mean? A lot of the more popular stuff I feel at the moment is a lot of really ignorant stuff. Yeah. But I like the fact that you're kind of just staying in your lane, focus, and like putting out, it's positive music, man.
Yeah, like, and it's really just me. Like it's not an effort, you know. So like this is just who I am. So it's not like I'm not sitting there like, fuck, I can't say this. It's more just like, this is what always comes out. Sometimes I'll get like a turn up beat and I'll end up writing some like consciousness on it, like, fuck, this shit doesn't work for this beat, but it is what it is, you know.
Tell me about your Tupac dream.
Oh, man. So what happened was this, man. So when I started this whole music thing, it started off with me just doing strictly poetry. So at first, when people used to ask me growing up, because like at one point I was young, I had this name like D Breezy, and we made some little ass rap song back in the day. But D Breezy. I was like 7th grade, and me and my friend Kajil, who lived on my street, we made this little recording and we put it on Facebook. That was it, right? Never went further than that. I used to freestyle for fun, but I always told people like, no, I don't want to be a rapper. I was like, I just like people would ask me like, no, that's, like, I want to play basketball. Like, fuck that, being a rapper, right? So when I initially started writing poetry, I was like, this is dope. I was doing spoken word poetry. The shit was still rhyming, but it was just like poetry, you know? So I started writing it, and I started to learn more about like that Tupac. It started with poetry. Right. And around the same time I watched that movie, the one that he had. And I found that there were just like a lot of similarities that we just had in terms of like the way like he delivered the words with the poetry and cutting through the mic. So I was just looking a lot into that. And then at that time I never wanted to transition to music. I was just like, nah, let me just stick with this spoken word poetry. But I was getting frustrated because I felt like spoken word poetry had no replay value. And people would be like, yo, because my name was Daniel at the time. Daniel Nwasu Jr. was my poet name. They'd be like, yo, Daniel, this is dope, bro. Like, yeah, this is dope. But there was like, I wanted more from them, you know? It was just like, oh, this is dope. And then throw it away. But I didn't want to start making music. So then like that went on for a while. Then I started having like these dreams where he would just like be in the dream. And then one dream he was just like, you got to transition from poetry to music. And that was it. Then I was like, bet. So I made a song, then I remixed the Hit 'Em Up, actually while I was in LA. And then I put it out here, and that one went pretty viral, and then I just kept making music.
Has anyone ever told you look a little bit like Tupac?
Yeah, I get that all the time.
Not dissimilar, man. Yeah. What's your favorite Tupac record?
I'd say Hit 'Em Up. I also like, I've been listening to Troublesome 96 a lot.
Okay.
Dope.
Pac had so many dope records with like incredible beats behind them. Like, how do you pick which one to do?
Well, I think Hit 'Em Up was a given. All on Me was a given because I saw the movie.
Right.
Changes was just like made sense. Really, it's more like there's some beats like I feel like of his that can't be remixed. I feel like Hail Mary is like damn near impossible to remix just because like the beat is like fuck. What the fuck do I say on this? You know what I mean?
I remember there was Eminem and Busta Rhymes. Who else went on?
Oh, they remixed Hail Mary?
Huh?
They remixed Hail Mary?
50 Cent, Eminem, yeah, on Hail Mary.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
But it was, I mean, I'm talking years ago when 50 Cent and Ja Rule were beefing.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure it was Eminem, 50 Cent, and Busta Rhymes, I think, went on Hail Mary beat. Bodied it.
Wow. Yeah, I got to listen to that. Yeah, I never, like, I play the beat a bunch of times and just nothing ever came out. Like, usually when I play a beat, if nothing comes out of my mouth when the beat first comes on, I'll just not, you know.
So you got a track called Snapchat.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. On a Snapchat.
There's a lot of really good points in the song about the whole social media era right now.
Yeah.
But I noticed like you spend a lot of time on social media responding to your fans, right? That's one of your main things is like content. I see on YouTube there's so many places where you've commented and replied, and obviously you mentioned in your DMs commenting back to people. How many DMs are you replying to? Like is it like a daily thing that you're doing right now?
Yeah, I'm always replying to DMs. I just, whenever it's convenient, you know, like this whole London trip, like I haven't had, whenever we're driving, I have no Wi-Fi.
Right.
So I haven't been able to reply to things unless like we get back to the hotel pretty much. So, and I'll just like, it's just a part of my day because I'm always on social media and like the shit's always like coming down when I'm on the app. So if one pops up real quick, I'm like I get it done, you know?
Right,
like, yeah, just a lot.
What's the threshold going to be for you? Because it's only going to get worse as you get bigger, especially as people know that you respond to.
Yeah, I mean, I get a lot already. Like, I put up if I put up a story, like I put up a story last night, like over 1,000 people replied to it. You know, so it's like, and I consciously ask questions because I'm interested. Right. You know, because I like the feedback of the people because I'm giving music to the people. So, I wouldn't say there's a threshold. It's just like I never overdo it. Like I will never like have it dominate my life. Right. Yeah, but I just try my best within the context of like sanity for me, which is subjective for it's not different for someone else. So yeah, I just go hard. I always go hard.
Do you feel like this is the modern day equivalent of standing outside someone's concert, like handing out mix CDs and stuff?
Hell yeah. I think, you know, if you're an artist and you are not popping and you're just starting and you're not replying to every single supporter, then you're stupid. Mm-hmm. You have 5 people who fuck with you. They send you a DM. If you can't respond to those 5 people, you don't want to be successful. Yeah. Simple.
I feel like part of your success is because a lot of the stuff you do is very relatable music. And one perfect example of that, She Cheated Again. Very powerful song, and I can see just looking through the YouTube comments how that resonated with so many people, guys especially, because it's not something that guys often bring up and speak about. Especially rappers. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, is it a true story?
Yeah. So I mean, I've explained it before, but a lot of people don't always get the full spectrum of the story because parts get cut out when I do things. So the story was I got in my first relationship, and I was a junior in college. We met the summer before. We met the summer before my senior year when I was janitoring. My shift got switched to the daytime. Right. So I usually worked overnight even during the summer. Got switched to the daytime. The girl was visiting the campus. We made eye contact for a split second. It's gonna be a long story, by the way, but I just want people because I've got time. I never drop any names because I would never do that to her. You know what I mean? Just never. People have went and found her name, but that's all. It doesn't matter at this point. But so we make eye contact for a split second. You know, by this time I'd never been in a relationship. I'd just been gallivanting around. You know, doing my fair share of poundage. You know, and but anyways, yeah. So we make eye contact. Boom, and get a DM. We end up talking the whole summer. She comes, we get in a relationship. And there were just things like that happened in the beginning. I remember my mom even telling me, because I was on the phone with her one time during the summer. My mom was like, "Oh, Danny, we need to go." And then she like started complaining. My mom was like, "Don't talk to that girl anymore." So there were like different signs and things that happened during the summer just over like us talking that were like not good. And I like I bypassed them. But anyways, we end up getting together. Everything's going cool. You hit the 6-month period, you know, where shit starts to go downhill, blah, 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 blah. She leaves for the summer. Like catch her talking to someone. You know, we fix it. Something else. A bunch of shit happened during the year too. So then at one point, catch her lying to me, break up with her for like a day. Right. We get back together. Something happens again, break up with her, And then she ended up fucking someone else.
Right.
And then then I take her back. Then she ends up like I ended up catching just it happened again. And then she drove all the way, 7 hours to see me. We talk. She goes back home, loses her phone, right? And she didn't know I still had the passwords to her fucking social media shit. Right. And this is now when mind you, she just fucked someone else. You know what I mean? So we get back together. I find her talking to someone else again. Right. And I still got back together with her after that.
Okay.
And then now I moved to LA, finished school. Other bullshit happens. And then one day, the final straw, she comes to LA, she leaves. And then I call her one day and I'm like, yo, who was the dude you fucked? Because she fucked the dude twice, right? And I don't know who else. She talked to some other guy too, right? Because I'd never wanted to know. Same guy
twice.
She fucked one guy twice, and I caught her talking to someone else too.
Right, got you.
Right, and God knows who else, right? So one day I call her. I'm just I'm in LA at this point. I'm like, yo, who was the dude you fucked, right? And I never wanted to know until this day. And she was like, why? You've never asked before? I was like, because you could be at these parties and he could be right beside you or in the group of people, and I would never know because I don't know what this motherfucker looks like.
Yeah.
So it's I need to know, So we argued. I'm like, you know what? If you don't fucking tell me, I'm done. So she tells me his name, right? And this is why it's crazy. This was the final straw.
Right.
She tells me dude's name, right? This is why social media is so fun. She tells me dude's name. Boom, boom. I go on the phone. I type it in hella fast on Instagram. I go to his page. She had liked his most recent picture.
Right. Okay.
And I was like, wait, so you've liked this nigga's most recent picture? And then she tried to lie to me that Instagram fucked up and she unliked it and shit. And that's when the relationship ended.
Right.
So that's that was a dumbed down version of the story. There's obviously crazy, hella other shit. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I just made the song about it, It was just I feel dudes don't, most dudes when they talk about relationships in songs, it's all about oh, nah, fuck that bitch, da, 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 da.
Yeah,
I was what about our side? Niggas get hurt too,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do you feel social media's made the cheating epidemic worse?
Fuck yeah, man. Social media is horrible. I don't even know. We met a woman in the elevator at our hotel, and she was like, I've been married for 57 years, and I'm still happy. I'm just fuck.
I bet she doesn't have an Instagram or a Snapchat.
Nah, she don't know what. She was 80 something. I mean, I was yo, back then, imagine a dude could or a girl could leave the crib. You can't track them.
Yeah.
I was so, I was so crazy in that last relationship. At one point, I had a tracker on her phone. She had me fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But imagine back then, oh, I'm going to the bar, honey. You don't know.
They were doing it. They just weren't getting caught out.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Nowadays, it's the social media shit and all these Instagram pictures and all that shit, man. It's crazy.
Seeing on your Spotify numbers as well, you're getting very good numbers on Spotify.
Yeah,
what does your fan base look like?
A lot of them are from the States. I think it's United States first. I think it's UK second and Canada third.
Okay.
And now India too. After I've collaborated with my boy Emway, hardest motherfucker out.
India,
yeah. I went to India and made a song with Emway Bantai.
Okay.
Bantai boy.
I haven't heard that song. What kind of song?
It's called
is it?
I've Been That. I rap the first half. He raps the second half. And he raps in Hindi.
Okay, right.
Yeah, and it was dope. So got a bigger audience in India now. So, but mostly the States.
You do have quite a split fan base because you've got the fans that are into what you do musically and the real rap fans, but then there's the YouTube fans as well. And especially in terms of seeing the UK fans, they've come to you from there was a situation you had with KSI
yes,
that brought a lot of attention to your YouTube page, right?
Yeah.
So can you break that down? What was that situation and how did you get into it with him?
Oh yeah, the situation was, I think I just put out She Cheated Again, and then there was a video of him doing an interview where he was rating YouTube rappers at that point.
Right.
And he had said I was a poor man's Hobson, and that's where that came from. So then that's how that started.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I don't like the term. I'm not gonna say I don't like people. I don't think Dax is a YouTube rapper. I don't even really. I didn't start on YouTube. I was on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff before I ever started posting on YouTube. So I just think I think the only people who call me a YouTube rapper are the ones who want me to stay there.
Right. Okay.
And that's what I've found out. It's the people who don't want me to be what I want to be. They are the ones who call me that are the ones who want me to stay there.
Yeah.
And that's what I've realized, because there's no I don't give a fuck what rapper there is. YouTube, SoundCloud, da 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 da. not many can rap with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's
definitely.
like you can't call me a YouTube rapper. I don't even know.
I
what
guess
that
because
means.
it's like your most prominent platform, really, because you own your own platform. You've got all of your videos, which are amazing quality videos as well, all going up on there. So and you're doing numbers as well. So I guess that's why they say it. But I understand your point of view. Yeah, you're doing 1 million listeners a month. That's unique listeners on Spotify. So
thank God for that. Shit.
Can be called a Spotify rapper now.
I can't wait till my Spotify gets bigger than my YouTube. I'm like, thank God.
Do you feel like the ability to write diss records is missing in rap these days?
I wouldn't say it's missing. I always try, like, nowadays, I mean, I was never like big on diss records. I just know like my words are very powerful and like I can really like, you know what I mean? So I try to just stay away from that. Yeah. You know, so, but I wouldn't say it's missing. I don't really pay too much attention to diss records, but.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I say that is because a lot of especially more recently, like the last 5, 6, 7 years, when rappers are going at each other, it's more often than not on Instagram or previously Twitter. They're sending tweets for each other. And as a hip hop fan, I'm just like, get in the studio and start writing stuff for each other. Do you know what I mean? Bring that back. One thing that definitely has to be spoken about is your track I'm Not Joyner or Don Q for Tory Lanez. Because as a rap fan, that was put together so well as a diss record. And the impact of that. I would say, like, in the last 5 years, one of the best diss records that has been made. So like it kind of showcases your talent as a wordsmith in that arena. And I think that's what a lot of rappers in the new generation of rap are missing. Yeah. They can make good songs, but then they can't spar. Does that make sense? They can't.
Yeah, I think I have an upper hand in that, just like as a poet, you know what I mean? And it's not, I wouldn't say this record is not necessarily what you say, it's how you say it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think what a lot of rappers don't understand is that it's like it's never what you say, it's how you say it. Yeah. You can put the most craziest words together, but it doesn't matter if you're not saying it properly. You know, so I think that's the biggest thing, you know.
The moments surrounding that diss track, do you feel like it helped your momentum? Did you notice like a lot of traction happen afterwards? Because it brought attention.
Yeah, definitely a lot of traction. Definitely a lot of traction. I would say it helped. I'd say it probably like it helped and didn't help in a little bit of a way. I think, you know, just most people just don't understand the situation and create their own story. And I can't go to every single person and like explain to them T for T what exactly happened, because there's just too many people in the world. So it's just, you know, people just have their own rendition of it. So I just sort of just let it go, you know. Some people lost respect for me, some people gained respect for me, you know. But like I can't worry about what, you know, people think. So I just, you know, keep moving.
Keeping it music only, is there anyone that you would love to just get into like a lyrical tit for tat with?
I don't think so, man. I have a dangerous mouth, man, and like, you know, I swear. My mom used to tell me that growing up. She's just like the way I can put words together, like if I really like focus can just like really like, you know, like fuck people's heads up. Yeah. You know, so I just like I don't even want to
get yourself into some trouble.
Yeah, I don't even want to just.
But being good with words, you can get yourself out of a lot of trouble as well. Being able to talk to yourself out of situations.
Hell yeah, yeah. I'm talking about songs, you know, diss records are fun. You know, I only did that diss record because he was opening the challenge for everybody. You know, like if that wasn't there, I wouldn't have done it. You know what I mean? So it's like,
of course, yeah. The invitation was sent out, right?
Yeah. So
it happened.
But everything's cool. So
dead or alive, anybody ever who would you most like to do a record with?
Probably say Tupac. That'd be dope.
Yeah, I kind of expected it, to be honest. Like
me too. Now I would love to do one with Freddie Mercury. I watched the Bohemian Rhapsody movie on the way to India. Oh, that shit's legendary. Elvis.
I've never been an Elvis fan, if I'm honest.
Oh, really? I've heard a lot of crazy things about him and his songs and like people stealing songs and shit like that. But he's still dope. You know, his voice is Michael Jackson shit. That'd be a crazy one. Fuck. So many people.
You got a really great song called My Last Words.
Thank you.
What made you think up the topic?
Just, man, when I moved to LA, there's a lot of just near close situations, and it just came from and all of those added together.
Well, like near-death experiences? Or
yeah, my car lit on fire. There was a house fire. Just a bunch of other things, man. But the song isn't about dying. The song's about living, you know. So I always that's why the video ends the way it does, where it's like, you know, the guy still gets to live, And I got another song coming out, Thought Those Were My Last Words, where it's now that person is like survived and now they have to go about making sure they live their life to the fullest.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, it was just a bunch of just different life situations that just inspired that.
Who's Rob Level to you?
Oh, that's my fucking guy. Smart rapper. I met him when I first moved to LA. I haven't heard from him in a fucking minute. I don't know. He like disappeared off the map. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah, he's dope. He's one of my friends. He's helped me out a lot.
Yeah, because it was interesting. I didn't pay any attention to him in the video right until the end.
Yeah.
And he just uncovers the mask and walks away. And then I thought, that it must mean he must be someone, because it was, why else would he show his face?
Yeah, that's my guy.
And then, yeah. What is the biggest challenge that you've found throughout your short but very long journey in music?
Yeah, that's a great way to explain it, short but long. The biggest challenge is to understand that like you're dealing with like everything else. I would say is pretty like, you know, self-explanatory. You got prerequisite. You got to make good music. You gotta market your shit. I think it's just understanding that you're dealing with like human beings, and like a lot of people, I hate to say it, but are just like sheep. You know, so it's like you're dealing with people who will literally fuck with you one day and then hear something about you and not fuck with you a second later. You know, I could spend, you know, in the DMs with a kid talking for a year and they can hear something. I've seen them switch on me. You know what I mean? So it's like you're dealing with people who could just like switch, and it's just being ready for that time. You know, you're not always going to be popping. You're not always going to be viral. It's just like dealing with like the ups and downs of it, and just being able to like stay, like, yeah, at least you're emotional wise, just to stay here is just like the biggest challenge, I'd say. And just like being ready for people to turn on you.
Yeah.
You know, because that shit happens.
I guess it happens in reverse as well. Like, people don't pay attention until everyone's paying attention.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? People don't think you're popping until you really are popping. So
Yeah.
the struggles of an artist, man, I never thought of it the other way around, is actually losing fans as well, just off of what someone
you know,
might
it's
say.
like, especially when you're accessible. Like, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of artists like aren't accessible. You can't talk to them, so it's like people never get the chance to even determine an opinion on them.
Yeah.
But when you're an artist like me, who like did a lot of like basically created the shit out of nothing, damn near with no one's help. You know what I mean? So it's like I've had so many conversations with people that there's so many people who think they know me, but they don't.
And I guess they kind of get attached, don't they? 'Cause
Exactly.
they must think they're your friend.
Yeah, you know, they just, and I'm friends with a lot of people, but like some people, they think we're on a different level than we're not.
Right.
You know, so that's like the hardest thing is when you're like I had to be super accessible. I just do it now because I like to, but I had to be. So it's like there's just some people who just like think we're too close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sometimes I just got to be like, bro, like, and then when I do have to like check people and be like, yo, bro, that's not the vibe.
Yeah.
Like that's not it. You know, and it's like, oh, fuck him, da 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 da.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like sometimes like being like too nice, like people just try to take advantage of you. You know, it's like, and I know you think you're like the only one I'm talking to, and like I want to be there for people, but like I just have shit going on. You know,
Yeah, of course.
I have a family too.
Uh-huh.
You know, like, so yeah. It's tough.
So you got a headline show tonight in Camden.
Tomorrow. What's today?
This is going out on Friday, so it's tonight in Camden.
Oh fuck. Fuck yeah, man.
As they're watching this, it's Friday. It might be Monday. So the headline show was
Hell
2
yeah.
days ago, 3 days ago. How was it? No, so headline show, that's the main thing going on in London. This is your first headline show
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to do it in London?
I didn't decide. It just ended up being my first ever headline show.
Okay, right. So why has there not been one in the States yet?
I mean, I've only been performing for like a year. I did my first performance like maybe like a year and something ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then did a couple performances here and there, like, you know, just like opening for people here and there. And then I went on that tour with Tech N9ne. So yeah, just by, you know.
You two would be good on a track together, by the way.
Oh, we got one.
Oh, okay. Out already?
No. It's in the bag.
Nice.
Fire.
I haven't heard it yet, but I'd like to hear you two on a record together.
Oh yeah, it's killed. It's
but yeah, sorry, back to the point. So, okay, so you've got the show. Is it sold out?
Not yet. I think it's pretty close though. I think it's in terms of like, we're almost close to selling out the tickets, but there's going to be over the capacity there because of all the people that are like,
of course,
you know, BMG people are coming. Like
people
I got friends from fucking college that I went to coming. I got like, there's a lot of people coming. Mm-hmm. But I think the tickets are like, there's like 20 more tickets, but I'm happy with like how many we've sold. Because I think a lot more people are going to like show up on the day too. because they told me like, you know, a lot of people don't buy tickets until like the day when they show up at the door.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it to be my first sold out show.
Exciting times, man. Exciting, and great to know that you've got a solid fan base in another country.
Yeah,
Like, that must be. You mentioned India already as well, but it must be like the most amazing feeling, just being able to get on a plane and you've got fans waiting for you on the other
Yeah,
side.
that's dope. Yeah, shit. I didn't even think about it like that. It's dope as fuck.
What song are you most excited to perform live?
I always like performing Did It First. It's always the last song I do, and it's going to be the last song I perform for the rest of my life. Yeah, I always love performing that one. Shit, all the songs really, they're freaking turn. I like, yeah. Most excited. Actually, cracking on my own today. Rap Demigod.
They're coming to you now, and you're just thinking of the set list. Like,
it's not out yet, but I love performing that one. Yeah. But I got this song coming out on the 10th, man. That's it's gonna be crazy.
Yes. So
Excited.
before we finish up, then talk to me about the releases that are coming. So you got one with Tech N9ne on the way.
Yeah, but that's on the project. That's not coming out for a minute.
Right, okay.
The one on October 10th is just like really gonna like. After the song on October 10th drops, people aren't gonna be able to treat me the same.
It's just gonna change everything.
Yeah, it's gonna change everything. See, and I'm not talking from a stat. It's not just like some normal song.
Yeah.
You know, like this is a song that's gonna like make an impact. Like it's gonna create conversation in the world.
How so?
It's just, I've never seen a song. I've never seen I wouldn't say I haven't seen a song like it, but I've never seen a song plus visual like it, and it coming out that good.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's dope.
Are you religious?
No, I'm spiritual.
Okay.
I believe in God, but I'm not I'm not a Catholic or a Christian. I don't, you know.
Right.
I just believe in God, you know, because it's not a song. It's not me telling people what to believe in. It's just me asking questions.
Yeah. Touching on religion sometimes can be very dangerous grounds because it's so easy to upset people. If you talk about the wrong thing, you're gonna upset them. Don't mention this, you're gonna upset them. Like it's dangerous grounds. I feel like.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild. You know, I'm super excited, but it's definitely going to. You know, like when you watch it, when you listen to that song, you don't like it doesn't like you're not gonna you're like damn, he doesn't see it. Like it's like most people who know me, they're gonna be like how did he make that? Like where was he?
Yeah.
Like mind state was he in? Like, so I'm excited. So like when She Cheated Again came out, they were like, where the fuck did this come from? You know, like.
So this song, Dear God, has it come from a place where you were at a specific mindset at one time, or is this just constant thoughts now that you've just turned into a track?
Yeah, it's just whole life growing up in church, you know, having to go to church every Sunday. Right. Altar served, was in the choir. You know, like, you know, experiencing like meeting different pastors, then like finding out pastors have done this, like my city, like knowing pastors that have been like arrested and shit like that, you know, for things in the church. Like just like there's just so many like, and then I went to a private Catholic Christian school when I transferred. Right. You know, there's just so much like shit. My prep school was Sunrise Christian. We had to go to church. There was a math class, like, you know, it was a Bible class. You know what I mean? Just like I've been around it so much that it's just like I've always had these like questions, you know. So yeah, it's just like it's a prayer, you know. But it's I'm done asking people questions. Like I say in the song, I don't want to hear it from another human being. So that's the reason why I'm in this booth, is to ask you. So this song is like, you know, I'm done asking like other motherfuckers who bleed like me about God. I don't care how long you studied, what school you went to, what robe if you're wearing a robe, you know, I'm just not asking any more humans. So yeah.
I saw a while back you posted like a goals board, a board full of goals for 2019. Big list of stuff on there. How far through achieving it all are you? I'm very
far. Anything on there that I don't achieve will only be because there's certain people who don't like me.
Right, okay.
But everything that is like within my control will be achieved.
I know she didn't have a DJDUBLTV interview on the board.
I did, but I'm gonna throw that on there, and I'm gonna. So I'd be throwing shit on there when I do them.
Underneath interviews, there's a bit that just says plus more.
Yeah.
I was like, I fit in there.
I'm gonna throw that shit on and then just like knock it off. So yeah.
Dope, man. Well, thank you for sitting down with us, bro. When are you next over? Do you know?
Shit, I'm hoping soon. I don't know when, but like I'm hoping that everything goes so well that there's just a demand for Dax to come back.
Well, there's festival season throughout the summer next year, and the way I'm looking at it from here, things are just growing and it's going strength to strength, man. So I think there's going to be a huge demand for you at the festivals next year.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I know so.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when that happens, let's sit down and chop it up.
Deal, man. We got to refresh, man. I'm like, every less than 6 months we got to get something new in,
Let's do it.
That's the way it's got to be.
Nice.
Updates.
DJ Double here with Dax.
Stacks.